everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Tuesdays, the segment in which I head to the Tokyo Disney theme parks to sample and review every last eatery. For our 30th episode, we're headed to Tokyo Disneyland's Boiler Room Bites. Located in Adventureland, to find Boiler Room Bites, start by heading straight into the World Bazaar. Continue straight, all the way through, until you emerge on the other side, looking at the palace. Make a sharp left and head straight past the refreshment corner and home store, both on your left. Continue straight. You're now in Adventureland. Continue down to pass popcorn cart number 3 on your right, keeping the tower of the Theater Orleans on your left. Shortly thereafter, you'll notice the good ship 20,000 Leagues docked on land and partially turned into a building. Unsurprisingly, this is Boiler Room Bites. Boiler Room Bites is a counter-service location featuring steamed buns. Located in the hull of a ship, the counter is decorated with many pressure gauges, rivets, pipes, and levers. In fact, it looks every bit the part of its boiler room name. They've added theme-appropriate corrugated tin awning around the counter so that while you wait in line, you can be out of the elements, as well as throwing in some nice decorative touches to the sign and hanging lifesavers on the exterior walls. Alright, so today I am at Boiler Room Bites. I was hoping to get here for some of their specialty foods, and indeed I did manage to catch their Easter special drink, which I believe has a raspberry at the bottom, so that should be quite tasty. And give it a stir up. And then also I have a fairly standard menu for them, but the Mickey Mouse steamed bun, very hot. It's got a nice little bow tie, I think for Easter. And then this bit, it's supposed to be pork and chicken teriyaki. I'm not sure if they've separated that out into the different buns or not, but we'll find out soon enough. So let's give this a stir. As instructed. Very nice, pretty red color. Ooh, very sharp soda. Very delicious. Alright, let's start with Mickey here. I'm going to start with the ears. So the ears do have something inside of them, as expected. I'm actually sitting outside today. It's finally nice weather again, knock on wood. That's one ear. There's the other one. Alright, whoops. Wind kicking up. I'm gonna eat the bow tie next. Bow tie seems to be just bun. There's no filling inside it, as you can see. My favorite thing about children is that they will stare openly. They don't have any sort of social subterfuge. So, if they think you're being weird, they will absolutely just stare at you. But the trade-off of that is they're not used to you acknowledging them staring. So, when you smile and wave back, they sort of panic. And it's adorable, and that's why I do it. So here's the teriyaki chicken. So that was tasty. A little sticky, as one might expect from steamed buns, but tasty nonetheless. Oh my goodness, that's sharp. So I keep calling this sharp. If that's not a descriptor that you can really understand, this is sort of a popping soda, so it has little beads in it that are sort of like pop rocks that fire off in your mouth. That helps with the sharpness. And then it is a seltzer water, so it's very carbonated, which I don't drink a lot of carbonated beverages, surprisingly. And I don't deal with carbonation very well, which also makes me feel like it's sharp. And then it's cold. So those things combined, that's what I mean when I say it's sharp. In this case. It's very good. I'm not sure if I would call it refreshing, just because it is hard to get a big drink out of it, but it is very tasty. Alright, I am going to get out there and take some B-roll footage for the boiler room. and see if I can enjoy this lovely sunshiny day at the park again, knock on wood. Bye. We're back in port. Time to review. Service. Service is a 3 out of 5. There was virtually no line when I went to this location, and in fact I only had to wait for one person in front of me when I was ordering my food. While I was in the area, I don't think I ever saw the line more than 3 people deep, so they were very effective at keeping the line moving. The woman working the counter was full of smiles and very polite, just as one might expect from a Disneyland location, and the people working the kitchen behind her were equally professional and pleasant. Solid all around, 3 out of 5. Atmosphere. Atmosphere is a 5 out of 5. This is a really well-designed location. The house parts of it have this East Coast, Maine, fishing village feel to it. There is a name for this type of architecture, but I'm completely blanking on it right now. Meanwhile, the boat parts of it have this ever so slight Steamboat Mickey feel to them, which is, I mean, it's very subtle, but it's definitely there. I love it. I love it. The counter is one of the best I've seen as far as design goes outside of the Queen of Hearts banquet hall. It really looks like a boiler room. It's also one of the only counters I've seen where the utilitarian devices like the drink machine don't stand out like a sore thumb. Really, really well designed. The only downside to it that I can see is that it doesn't really harken back to any particular movie, which I don't know what movie it would harken to, but that's sort of the thing that I like. Still, well designed, 5 out of 5. Price point. Price is a 3 out of 5. The steamed bun, or steamed buns, however you want to quantify it, was $4.50, which is not bad for such a filling snack food. The specialty drink, meanwhile, was $3.50, which seems a little steep, especially considering that it doesn't really quench your thirst at all, but it is also a unique drink experience, so that sort of balances out in my book. 3 out of 5. The food itself. The food is a 3 out of 5 as well. You get 2 flavors of steamed bun when you order this, pork and teriyaki chicken, plus the little bow tie, which as it turns out is not a seasonal addition, but available year-round. I love food shaped like things. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. I really like food shaped like things, and while the Mickey shape is not terrifically difficult to do, a little bit of effort goes a long ways in my book. If there are any downsides to this food, it's that if you prefer one flavor over the other, it doesn't matter. There's only mix and match available. You can't get just teriyaki chicken or just pork. You can only get the mix. Also, there aren't any sauces available that I could find, and I usually like to put some sauce on steamed buns like this when I eat them. Still, it's a very portable, pretty filling snack food. So that's nice. The drink, meanwhile, is very, very tasty, though not refreshing at all. If you're looking for something to quench your thirst, or if you're feeling dehydrated, you're better off sticking with water or a more traditional drink than this. But if you're looking for something fun, this is not a bad way to go. 3 out of 5. Overall rating. Overall, this gives Boiler Room Bites an average rating of 3.5 out of 5. Sounds good. We'll leave it there. The lineup. With a 3.5 out of 5, this slides Boiler Room Bites in at 3rd place on the master list. It's just under the East Side Cafe, but beats out Miguel's El Dorado Cantina. Color me surprised, but a good atmosphere goes a long ways in my book. Meanwhile, on the counter service lineup, it slides in at 2nd place. Well done. So, that's it for this week. Come back next week if you want to find out where I'll be then. Hint, we're gonna be celebrating somebody's birthday. That's not so much a hint as where we'll be, but what we'll be doing. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave those down below. We'd love to hear from you. Give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. We'd surely appreciate it. If social media is more your flavor, you can find us there. Links to that in the description box, and I will see you next week for another Tokyo Tuesday.